Alright, before we get started, let me just make sure I can see everyone and have a proper conversation with each one of you. Hey Tarampal, how are you doing? Congratulations on getting Perth. I saw you getting the qualifications for that. Well done. Hey Naji, how's Lebanon? Alright. Hey Siti, how are you? Hey Kaka, welcome back. Hey Ika. Alright. Hey Harold. Alright. Perfect. Hey Dada. Alright. I had probably one of my best mornings today. And the reason why I wanted to share this with you was, guys, I had a major epiphany today and a long conversation with a client that I was planning to do. He's a client who I've been trying to meet for a while, and he's not been very easy to meet. But a lot of interesting things happened today for me. So I thought I'd share all that with the family. There were a lot of questions that were being asked. And the reality is I have been in panic mode. Now today is day 29 of me being at home. So just for those of you who want to know this, I've been already home for the last 29 days. I've had quite a bit of practice of doing this now in terms of being able to speak to a computer screen and being able to have a conversation using technology. I did panic because I'm a guy who likes to use paper and pen. So all those of you who know me, you know that whenever I do work, I'm always using paper and pen. And the reason is it's more interactive, it's more personal, it's more easy for people to understand what you're trying to get to them. But when we are moving away from using paper and pen, and I'm coming now to having a conversation with you about, about financial planning, your personal financial goals, and I'm using technology to do that. There's quite a bit of mindset change that you require, and there's obviously a lot of skill that's required in the sense you should know how to use the technology. And it's not just you. Please understand this. Your clients also how to use the technology. So you might be very good with technology, right? But your clients probably are not, and that is one of the most challenging parts about using technology to have conversation with your clients. That when you're speaking to a client today, we all assume that our clients have the same quality of technology that you have. So you might have set up the best video conference structure in your house or in your office, and you excuse me, and you might be the one who is able to use technology really well. But what if your clients cannot, right? And that is one of the new challenges that we're going to face. So how many of you are working from home or have at least tried to do online meetings? Can you send me a message saying I have, so I get an idea? Hey Eddie, how are you? Hey Lily. Ino, konnichiwa. I've got some good friends here from Japan as well. That's great. Guys, the whole purpose of doing this live session today was for me to share with you what I'm doing every day, because I've been home now for 29 days. I haven't left home for 29 days, and in these 29 days, I've been asked by a lot of my mentees, especially those who are in my the BCC program, that Sanjay, what are you doing? How are you doing things? And I thought it's important that I share a few things with each one of you on what you can do every day, because we're going to face this problem for a long time to come. I don't know how long this lockdown will be. I don't know how long it will stay like this. So if you expect me to be able to predict how long things are going to stay like that, the truth is we're just going to be guessing. The other problem that we're going to face is a lot of our underwriters need to change the way they do underwriting. So I do know that Malaysia has passed some new regulation on how they will be doing underwriting. I mean, with photographs and photo IDs. So there's been a few law changes pretty much everywhere. Underwriters have become a little bit more flexible in accepting certain things and not accepting certain things. It's not very easy for clients to be able to access this technology. So one of the things that I do want you all to understand is you are not alone in this problem, right? We all are going to be in the same problem pretty much globally. These are clients who are going to have businesses running, wow, everywhere. And one of the things that I realized was I need to find a way to communicate and educate our clients, which was one of the reasons why I did the financial planning book. So the whole purpose of me doing the financial planning book was that it's easy for you to educate your clients with a third party talking to them about it. So how many of you have already downloaded the financial planning book? Can you just say can you say me, so that I can know if you have downloaded the financial planning book? If you haven't downloaded the financial planning book, please get yourself a copy. It's easy. You can send it to all your clients. I've actually gone one step forward for all my BCC members. I'm actually personalizing the financial planning book so that they can give this to their personal clients as well. Fantastic. So the whole purpose of me writing the financial planning book was it allows clients to understand the value of insurance. It allows clients to be able to plan their financial plans. There are a few things that I wanted to cover today, and one of the things that I had was I had people who have asked me. So I've got all the list of questions that mentees have been asking me, and I thought I should answer these questions online. Number one was, is this book also advisable to send to prospecting clients? The answer is yes. Actually, this book was written for my clients. This book was written for clients. So if you haven't got the book, this is the physical copy of the book. It's called the Financial Planning Book. I've sent out the link for the ebook so that you can get an e-copy of it. I only have one copy, so we actually did not launch this book. We were planning to launch it, but well, things happened, and I realized that the book is very useful for clients, and that's the reason why what I've done now is you have the e-copy, so you can send this out to all your clients, and it's easy for you to then have a conversation to them about financial planning. Hey Vincent, yes, I am doing very good as of today. So if you spoke to me about 2 weeks ago, I don't know if you realize this, guys, but I did kind of go quiet for about 2 weeks. And the reason why I went quiet for 2 weeks was I was in a state of shock myself, in the sense of what am I supposed to be doing given these new circumstances, right? It's not my natural way of doing sales. It's not my natural way of doing my work. And because of that, I needed time to adjust, train, practice. I don't know how many of you have actually spent time practicing online meetings. So how many of you have been practicing, not having online meetings, but practicing on how to have an effective online meeting? Can you say, I tried, so that I know who's saying what? So if you can just type, I tried. How many of you have tried to do effective online meetings? Because it's not about just having online meetings, it's about making them effective. I call you and I say, let's have an online meeting. Great, you and me will have an online meeting, but the question is, what is the effectiveness of that meeting? I spend a lot of time practicing. I'm actually using my clients as a practicing tool. So let me tell you this. Some of you are lucky, you guys have teams, right? So you can practice with your team. You can do role play online. You can do all of that online. But I don't have a team, and so I practice with my clients. I actually call up my clients and I tell them, I'm like, have you ever practiced doing an online meeting? And they're like, what do you mean by practice that? I'm like, listen, you are used to running regular meetings. Now all of a sudden you're going to be doing online meetings. Have you practiced online meetings? Are they effective? Are they not effective? If they are effective, how do you make them better? So the question is, how do you do online effective meetings? And that is one thing that I need you all to practice. I've been practicing now for 29 days, and in 29 days I've had some phenomenal results, and that's the reason why I wanted to do this live today, was I wanted to share some of the results that I've had in these 29 days. You see, I'm not a trainer, I'm a practitioner just like each one of you. So I'm not here to come and tell you, okay, you can try this and you can try that. There's no point in me telling you do something when I myself don't believe whether it works or not. So what I am doing today is I want to share with you how I'm having conversation with some of my clients, and I thought it's important for each one of you to realize that. The other thing I wanted to tell you is there was a purpose of me to give out the ebook to everyone, and the reason why I gave out the ebook, I've never done ebooks, and the reason why I've never done ebooks is I don't see the value of an ebook. But the reason why I did an ebook this time is because it's easy for us to start conversation with clients. So before you have an effective online meeting, you can send the ebook to your client and say, you know what, Mr. Client or Miss Client, I've done something for you. I've got the book for you. It's a phenomenal ebook because it talks about how to do financial planning yourself. And if you don't have the time to read the whole book, do one thing, at least go to page number 58. So if you ask me, Sanjay, which is my favorite page in the book, it's this, because on this page, what I've done is I've covered how to choose your insurance and what are the types of insurance that you require. So I've already done that for you. And the reason for me to do all this was for me to be able to get across things to you, right? Each one of us is doing something which is very, very unique. Each one of us is doing something life for our clients easier. But you need to have conversation with your clients. If you're not having conversation with your clients, we're going to be in trouble. There was a very interesting feedback I received from one of our family members, which I thought I should cover today. It was client mentioned that you can't compare ourselves to doctors as we are not qualified. Guys, qualification is a very, very important part of our business. I do want you all to spend time in learning, becoming better, getting more qualifications in terms of recognitions. I mean, why should truly a client work with you? You have to tell me the why. And this is the perfect time for you to upgrade your skills. This is the perfect time for you to upgrade the way you do your business. This is the perfect time for you to be able to have conversations and, you know, basically talk to some of the best mentors in the world. Have one-on-one conversations. This is the perfect time to find that. Gino, the book is called the Financial Planning book. It is on the Facebook page. You will be able to get it. Hey Cynthia, it's good to see you. Now, one of the things that I did want to talk about was the other question that I got. The prospect already has an agent who's their best friend, relative, you name it. How do I handle it? Guys, this question came from a guy called Kenny. Kenny, I have already covered this in my objection playbook. Please do me a favor and read it again. I don't have it handy right now, but it's in the objection playbook. I've talked about this. It's a very simple objection to handle. Don't get worried about objections. Hey guys, in today's video, I want to share with you about what an advisor should do when the economy is looking so bad. Now, before we move on, I just want to give you a quick introduction of myself. My name is Dr. Sanjay Tolani, and I am also the family leader of Sanjay Mentoring Family, which helps financial advisors like yourself to become successful financial planners. Having been in the industry for 17 years, I have a unique view of what works and what doesn't in the financial planning world. And it is my hope that I can pass this experience to the new generation, future financial advisors, so that they don't go through the same struggle as I have. Recently, I've been receiving many messages from the members in our mentoring family. They ask questions like, Dr. Sanjay, the market is bad. Nobody wants to invest. I can't meet my clients physically. What can I do? My clients say they will meet me after the whole COVID-19 is over. My country is locked down. I can't meet my clients. How do I brand myself and value add my clients at this period of time? And the list of questions goes on, but you probably get what they are asking. I know it's been a tough period for many of us, and as the leader of the family, I thought I should come up with a plan for everyone. At least a plan which I think can potentially work. First of all, I need you to understand one thing, guys. I'm not a trainer. Like you, I sell insurance, and when the economy is looking bad, my sales are equally affected too. Like you, my appointments were cancelled. My clients postponed the meetings, and pending cases that were supposed to get signed have gotten withdrawn. I have to pay my assistant's salary despite my sales falling. I know how much it hurts you because it's equally hurting me as well. I'll be honest, I panic a little. It's easy to say, hey, don't panic. But when sales are really affected, it is definitely a wake-up call. I remember having a few sleepless nights. I woke up in the middle of the night, sat down, and really spent time rethinking if my current sales strategy still works. And I kept asking these questions to myself. What is wrong with my strategies? What can I change? When will the economy get better? I kept asking myself these questions. I'm sorry if I've not been replying to your messages on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn actively. This is because I needed some time and space to really think of a solution. And truly, I'm tired. Unlike trainers or coaches out there, I cannot just create some theory and tell you, hey, this will work 100%, try social prospecting, or move your sales 100% to social media. Honestly, I can't. I can't lie to the family if I have never tested the strategy myself. I know many of you have been waiting for me to share something with you because I've been receiving like 200 messages daily what to do. So here's the truth. If you ask me, hey Dr. Sanjay, do you have a 100% winning strategy right now? My answer will be no. However, if you ask me, is there something I think can potentially work? My answer will be yes. I can relook at what has worked in the past and try to make it better. By the way, this is going to be a long video, so I hope you really spend time watching it and share it with other advisors in your team. Because as a family, I want us to stay strong together and positively ride through these tough times. You see, in 2008, I want to share with you my story, what happened during the 2008 recession. And I want you to listen carefully to what exactly happened and what I have done during that period of time, because there will be so many learning experiences you can gain from it. I remember it was year 2007 when the sign of recession started kicking in. Back then, everything seemed normal, but months over months, I started to see more and more bad news from the economy. I was 24 years old at that point, and like many new advisors, I was totally caught off guard by the recession. All my meetings were getting postponed, all my clients delayed, and they defaulted on their payments, and I was just super stressed. That night, I remember one of my biggest clients called me and said, hey Sanjay, I want to stop the policy issuance for this case. And by the way, that case was supposed to account for 50% of my production that year. It literally just went missing. If I can tell you exactly how I feel, I was lost, super lost. I went back and I really planned out what to do moving forward, and I wrote down a few hypotheses and started testing it out. I tried seeking advice from other advisors, and most of them said, stay calm, wait for the economy to get better. I know I must stay calm, but the problem is, can I do something about it? If yes, what can I actually do? We all know that every recession creates opportunities for hardworking advisors. The problem is, I'm willing to work hard, but what can I do? I had tested many things in 2008, and now I want to share with you my learning points, and I believe it is still applicable to the family moving forward.
So, learning point number one, bad economy affects everyone. One thing I want you to understand is during a bad economy, you are not the only one that is going to be affected. Your clients are equally affected. This is the right time as a good advisor and a good friend to listen to your clients' worries. Many of them, especially business owners, are super stressed out and needed just an additional listening ear. Be there for them, be a good advisor to them. If needed, explore how they can borrow from their policies to help them tide through this tough period. I know your commissions will get affected, but think about it. If your clients are forced to cancel their policies, wouldn't it be even worse? Learning point 2, your clients' coverage is dependent on their income. How much life insurance do your clients need? It's 10 times their annual income. How much income protections do your clients need? 5 times their annual income. It is times like this that we revisit the rule of thumb formula. If your client's income has fallen, so should their protection, isn't it? A good advisor will revisit a client's policy not only to increase their coverage, but to reduce it when needed to. I remember back then, proactively I helped a few of my clients to reduce their coverage and hence reduce their liabilities back then. Throughout those years, they were greatly touched by my actions, and till today, not only do they recommend me many new clients, they actually automatically follow up with me to get more coverage for themselves. Remember, our commitment to our clients is forever, and I want you to understand that. Learning point 3, clients understand the need for insurance during tough times. When the economy is good, nobody really wants to buy insurance. Prospects will say things like, "This will not happen to me." But during tough times, people start to get worried, and it is also during this period of time people see the need to get coverage more. They will be worried about who will take care of their dependents if they will fall sick or pass away. However, since the economy is not looking good, most of them can't really afford large coverage. If you ask me what is the best solution, my suggestion is to introduce minimum coverage for them and ask them to top it up later when the economy gets better. In 2008, I closed many small cases. I truly care for those clients and I want them to get the coverage in case something happens to them. But guess what? Across the years, we did multiply policy reviews, and on those policies, some of them ended up buying $1 million cases. My point is to share with you that this might be a good opportunity to expand your clients base and really find clients who want to grow in 10 or 20 years time. In my personal opinion, right now is the best time to introduce minimum and basic coverage. So, what can an advisor do during this period of time? Number 1, assure your clients that you will be there for them. Reach out to them and let them know you are there for them, to be on the financial grounds or personal grounds. Review your clients' policies and when needed, suggest them to borrow from the policies or reduce their liability and coverage. Number 3, reach out to those who you really care about and suggest them to take up minimum coverage. Explore about topping up coverage later when the economy gets better. Remember, we are in the people business. Our business will only grow with our clients. The more people you help today, the more returns you will get in the future. Keep putting out good. It will come back to you in tenfolds in unexpected ways. Next, I want to quickly answer some questions that you might be thinking of. Question number 1, how do I reach out to my clients during this period? My suggestion is to schedule a call with clients on Skype or video software. It is time we make use of technology to connect with our clients. Remember, whatever you do offline is actually the same that you do online. There is not much difference. Don't let your confidence fall just because you are doing video conferencing. One tip I can give you is to remind your clients about the call. Sometimes clients just forget about the timing. Ensure them that you will do a physical meetup later when the situation gets better. Question number 2 that I get a lot is, market is bad, nobody wants to invest. My suggestion is to focus on traditional products. Why? Because if you sell investment products and the market falls, the client will blame you for it. Transit to safer guaranteed products for now. This is the best time to introduce products like life insurance and income protection, because who will take care of the clients and the family when they fall sick or leave this world? Question number 3, my country is locked down, I can't meet my clients. The simple number 1 answer for that is explore video calls. Number 2, now is the best time to working on your sales foundation. You now have more spare time to really upgrade your sales strategy and financial knowledge. I realize many members of the family are still weak with their foundation. That is why I created the Future Advisor system to help you with that. Now is the best time to value add and educate your clients. If you do not know what to share, go to my YouTube and find some videos to share with your clients. My marketing team has done all the hard work for you. Go utilize them. Number 4, review all your clients' policies. Tell them with changing market situations, Let them find time to relook at their financial situation. If needed, encourage your clients to borrow from their policies. Show empathy and care for your clients. I hope you find this video useful. Sorry, it took me quite some time to really sit down and give you an answer, and I really appreciate each and every one of you who takes the time to watch this video. I have an important announcement to make. For those of you who have been following me for some time, you probably know my newest book, the financial planning book, is ready, but we haven't launched it. This is a book I've written for you to give to your clients. In this book, I cover why should you buy insurance. I will convince them why insurance is important. I also cover how much insurance you should buy. I will show them how much insurance they really need just by answering 3 simple questions. I'm also covering the 5 stages of financial planning. I will run through them, the 5 stages of financial planning, so they themselves know where they are and what insurance they really need. Objection handling. I will even handle common objections that they have about insurance in this book, and the list goes on. In fact, when I wrote this book, the intention was for you to give it to your clients, and after reading it, they would come to you asking for advice instead. Now here's the truth. I spoke to my project manager about releasing the e-version of this book to the family, and he was against it. He said we spend close to 6 figures on production, and if we were to give it out as an e-book, we might not even break even at all. Also, people take free things for granted and would share it around. So we had a long meeting about it, and here's what I decided. For the very first time in the history of the Sanjay Mentoring family, we will be releasing an ebook, the financial planning book. Even if I lose money on it, it doesn't matter, because the profits that I gained from my books were actually donated to charity that I personally support, and I truly believe in supporting everyone during tough times. So here is how it will work. I'll be putting up the books for sale online. For $1, you'll be able to download the ebook version of the financial planning book. If you support the work, you can choose to pay $10 for the ebook version too. The idea is, I know there are many advisors and family who are not able to afford the book, and I want to help them. If you're willing to pay for shipping, we will ship out the hard copy to you. You just pay for shipping fees, but please understand the shipment might be slightly delayed due to the current situation. But rest assured, my team will do their best to make sure you get your hands on the book. Also, we will send you the ebook version. Here's a bonus we are throwing in. We'll be giving out Sanjay Mentoring Family Marketing Guide, which basically covers number 1, what you can do on social media. Number 2, how you can reach out to prospects online. Number 3, what are some of the content strategies you can do during this period of time that I'm doing for myself. This is what I want you to do when you download the ebook. Step 1, I want you to download the ebook together with a marketing guide created by my marketing team. Step 2, I want you to run through the material and see if there's any good content you can use to value add your clients. Step 3, I want you to send the e-version of the guide to your clients with the following message. Hey, Mr. or Miss Client, I know this is a period of uncertainty right now. I have clients who are truly worried about how COVID-19 will affect their lives and finances. If you are worried too, don't worry, you are not alone. Let us go through this tough period together, and if you need someone to talk in the meantime, let me know. I will be here for you. I've attached a financial planning book which I believe will help you understand about financial planning better. Spend time reading page 76. I think the information will help you a lot. Let's catch up soon. The idea is to truly value add your clients during this period and assure them you will be there for them. I hope you are happy with this arrangement. If you want to grab yourself a copy of the book, please share this video, comment and tag your friends. I want to value add my clients with add 3 friends name. My team will reach out to you and send you the link. If you find value in this video, the best way to thank me will be to share this video with other advisors around you. Together, I'm confident we can get through this tough time positively. Remember, you are not alone. The family is always here to support you. Remember, growth is painful. Change is painful, but nothing is as painful as getting stuck. Sure, you can sit down and wait for the markets to get better. But remember, inaction doesn't mean safety in uncertain times like this. Rather than hoping things get better, why not spend time to build a foundation which is strong and position yourself for growth when it comes about? Together, let's make financial planning easier and happier for everyone.
Thanks, Eddie. I'm glad your team was able to use it. Guys, let's get one thing very clear. Today, something very interesting hit me. I was having a conversation this morning with one of my clients, and something that just hit me, and I thought I should share this with the whole family. What hit me was the whole world has technically gone into retirement and it's kind of the wish that came true. I want to retire. You have now been forced into retirement. Think about this, guys. You can't leave your house because you're old and unhealthy, so you can't leave your house. Imagine that, right? So you're imagining yourself that you're old and unhealthy and you can't leave the house. And all of a sudden, all the assets that you have, that's all you have. You can't work to earn more. Markets are doing very bad. And we have reached a point where we have technically retired. Now, for those of you who have read my retirement planning playbook, there was something I've covered in that called involuntary and voluntary retirement. We are currently in a situation of involuntary retirement, which means we have been forced to retire. Even if you want to work, you can't work. Whatever assets you have, whatever income you have, that's all you have. And we don't know how long this will last. So, if you retired today, how well prepared are you? Are you happy with the kind of income that you're generating? Are you happy with the assets that you hold? Are you happy with all the plans that you thought you had, which now can't be done? So you can't travel anymore. You can probably do some hobbies as long as you can do them at home. And all of a sudden you can't leave. I want you to think about this, guys. We have reached a point of involuntary retirement where each one of you who had the dream to retire is retired as of today. Do you have enough to stay retired like this for the next 20 to 30 or 40 years? I want you to think about it. It's the perfect time to realize that you have retired. We don't know what your medical bills will be. We don't know how much income your assets will be generating. You cannot go and check on your assets. You cannot find tenants if you had a lot of properties. And if you do have tenants, they will probably not be able to afford to pay their rents. Your equity portfolio has collapsed. Your bond portfolio is not functioning correctly. Your income levels from all different asset classes has stopped. Think about this. Guys, we have reached a point of retirement. I want you all to spend a little time thinking about this because you all have technically retired as of today. Whatever work you can do it from home, and that's pretty much it. And so have your clients. I was just having this conversation with a client this morning, and I said, you have technically retired today. How comfortable would you be with what you have today for the rest of your life? Think about it. I know you want to retire. We all want to retire early. We all want to retire as soon as possible. We've all retired today. Guys, how many of you are ready to retire today? Think about it. Your income levels, your income has now collapsed. We are living in a state of perpetual retirement. And as soon as that hit me this morning, when I was having this conversation with a client, I closed a very, very large case today because he agreed to give me money to put into a proper retirement plan that would give him a proper income for the rest of his life. And I wanted to share this with you because it's something that just happened this morning. I have never thought about it like that myself. So it hit me just today that I am living in a state of retirement. I mean, I'm spending time with all my loved ones. I'm spending time at home. I can watch television whenever I like to. I can sit and read whatever I like. I can take on hobbies. I can do gardening. I can clean the house. I can do whatever I want today because truly I am forced to. Think about it. You are actually forced to retire today. And as soon as that hit me, boom, it changed the way I'm doing retirement planning for my clients. I've had phenomenal conversation this morning, and I know for the next 2 weeks, this is the conversation that I'll be having with a lot of my clients because I just realized it's not just me. It's not just me. It's everybody around us. Guys, this is a phenomenal time to be in this business. my faith in our profession just increased so much, because all my clients who had done retirement planning with all these different assets of properties and equities and bonds, all those assets are now collapsing. They're not getting the rental yields they thought, they're not getting the income that they predicted, they're not getting the dividends that they were planning, they're not getting the coupons from their clients, from the bonds they were expecting. And this is where our job became so much more important. The way we do retirement planning. It's perfect. So, if for those of you who have this book, yeah, the Retirement Playbook, I want you all to go to page number 24. So on page number 24, I've written about retirement, voluntary and involuntary. We are currently in a state of involuntary retirement. So for those of you who have this book, you can just go there and have a read about it, because in that book I've actually spoken about involuntary retirement. Now, the reason I bring this up is, guys, we need to be creative in the way we position our products. Today, our product is the best product to protect against income loss due to illness, income loss due to death. These two have always been our USP. There is no product in the world that can be compared to life insurance or an income protection plan due to illness. There is no product in the world, and that is why this is fantastic. For those of you who don't have conversation about retirement with your clients, it's the perfect time to talk about retirement. Jesslyn asked a question. Hi Sanjay, many of my prospects want to hold cash. Cash is king. How to encourage them to do retirement or saving? That's exactly what I'm doing right now, Jesslyn, is I'm actually having conversation with them that cash is king. I want to make sure that you keep getting a cash income or a cash flow for the rest of your life. So what I'm doing is I'm putting that money into annuities. It's a very good time to talk about annuities and saving plans so that they can withdraw cash, they can get a stream of income from that. This is the perfect time to take on any income generating product that would generate income for them forever. So if you have built up enough cash, let's build up an income generating product for yourself. It is a fantastic time to have conversations about income rather than assets, because a lot of people focusing themselves on assets. Asset values have collapsed. It's income that is holding people together. It is the income that you have that is holding you together. It's the perfect time. One of the other things that I want to handle is, Jonathan had asked me this question, and I thought I should answer this question because it's very important that each one of us answer this question. How would you handle the following? This is from Jonathan. Thinking about it carefully, my career is unstable at the moment, and with the current economic climate, I don't think I'm ready for this. This is in reference to an income protection plan. Mr. Client, I absolutely understand that your career right now is very unstable. Can you imagine you are alive and we have an instability that is causing you to make certain small decisions? Imagine if you really fall sick and then your career stops. My job is to protect your career in the event that it stops. I'm not talking about voluntary career giving, but involuntary career give up due to an illness. An income protection plan protects you from all these kind of things that would stop your career from moving forward in the event of an illness. It is the best time to be talking about income protection with your clients. I'm talking about mass market. So one of the conversations that I'm having right now with mass market clients of mine, I do have mass market clients, guys. Let's get one thing very clear. I have clients which start from $150 a month premium to clients who are paying me $1 million premium per month. For mass market clients, one of the conversations I'm having is we have been forced into retirement, and so have you. What do we do with the current asset? It's a perfect time to start having conversations, reviewing their financial portfolios. They have definitely lost money. There is nobody who I've met who has not lost money. Everyone has lost money. Everyone's going to lose money further because our businesses are stopped. Our incomes have stopped. We don't know how long this lockdown will be. And one of the things that will happen is, I want you all to understand how much money should you save for retirement. What is the formula? The formula is 20% of whatever you earn. Any form of income that you get, 20% of that you should be saving for retirement. It doesn't matter whether your income is $1,000 or $1 million. The formula doesn't change. It's 20% of whatever you earn. And that's why the financial planning book is so important, because in the financial planning ebook, I've already written the formulas for you. You can use this with your clients. Let me tell you on which page it is, so it's easy for you to refer to it.
Hey guys, this is Dr. Sanjay, and in today's video I want to cover on how to sell insurance through online appointments.
Now before we move on, I just want to give you a quick introduction of myself. My name is Dr. Sanjay Tolani, and I am also the family leader of Sanjay Mentoring Family, which helps financial advisors like yourself to become successful financial planners. Having been in the industry for 17 years, I have a unique view of what works and what doesn't in the financial planning world. And it is my hope that I can pass this experience to the new generation, future financial advisors, so that they don't go through the same struggle as I have.
So, what will you do if you were forced to stay at home for the next 4 weeks? With the situation escalating recently, you probably realize it will be tougher to do face-to-face appointments with your prospects and clients moving forward. I know that because many of my clients have been postponing my physical meetings. Now, with meetings getting postponed, it will affect your morale, your confidence, and your practice in total. Our sales will be affected, and I don't want that happen to you. This is why I want to teach you how to sell insurance through an online appointment and highlight to you how different it is with offline appointments. Now, here's the disclaimer. What I will be sharing with you is what I actually do in real life. These are not theories but real actions that I've been testing for my own business. Why is it a good time to use technology to reach out to your clients? Well, it's simple. Imagine you're forced to stay at home during this period of time. Your clients are probably staying at home too. This means they now have more time to listen to you. I suggest you spend time calling up clients who have always wanted to speak to but never had the chance to get a hold of them. In fact, I recently called some of my biggest clients and had some wonderful conversations with them. They were truly happy that I called to check on them. So what's the difference between online appointments and offline appointments? First of all, I want you to understand something. How you close offline and how you close online is exactly the same. The only difference is you are not physically meeting your prospects and there will be lesser rapport building. Now, here are 4 differences between online and offline appointments. Number 1, you have to use more concept presentation. During offline presentations, you probably use a paper and pen to draw out some presentations. But during a phone call meeting, you have to explain it via words. This is why I love the root and tree presentations, because it's simple for clients to understand. Let me give you an example. When I speak to a client, I would say, Mr. Client, let me ask you a question. When you have money trees, do you think if the roots are important or is the tree important? The clients will obviously the root. Well, that's right. The root is always important because even if the tree is cut, with the roots still there, you can always grow back the money tree. You are the root of your family, and if anything happens to you, the family tree will easily collapse. So let me show you how to protect the important root of the family. Transit to your presentation. If you realize simple concept presentations like this don't require you to even draw. Number 2, you have to take more initiative and remind them about the appointment. Around 15 minutes before the call, send them a text message. Hey Mr. or Miss Client, don't forget our call at 4:30 p.m. If you're using a third-party app, send them the link to participate. Number 3, you need to use more examples. It is difficult for prospects to visualize what you say, so it'll be good if you can add in more examples to help them understand. Number 4, break your presentations into milestones and check on them. Sometimes the connection is bad and your clients might lose track of what you're saying. That is why I always like saying phrases like, do you have any questions about what I just said so far? This allows me to make sure my clients are not lost in my presentations. Remember, you still have to do your concept presentation, objection handling, closing, and fact finding. The fundamentals to sales does not change. The only thing that changes here is how you communicate your message. So get that clear. So now some of you will be asking, what tools do I use to schedule my online appointments? So for me personally, I would prefer to use something like a WhatsApp video call. However, that doesn't work in Dubai, but you can use that. I currently use Skype and Zoom. Depending on the stages I'm currently with my clients, sometimes I think a normal phone call can get the job done as well. You probably asked me, Sanjay, this is a big case and I can't close them like that. Well, the truth is I just closed a case size which is about $1.5 million through a phone call. So if I can do it, I don't see the reason why you can't. It is a limiting belief from my perspective. So how do you schedule an online appointment? I think the best way to schedule an online appointment is to be straightforward with your prospects. Add value to them and ask for a call or a meeting online. Here's an example of what I would do. Hey Jesse, how have you been doing? I know the market's usually affected and I just want to reach out to you to check if everything's okay at your end. Great, let's find time to talk over the phone to see how I can help you with what you have been facing right now. I will give you a call tomorrow at 2 p.m. Would that be okay? What to do during an online appointment is similar. So what you do in an offline appointment and an online appointment is exactly the same. But for the benefit of those who have not read my books yet, let me run through the process briefly. For a new prospect, start off by using a case study opener or a questions opener. Use a concept presentation to highlight to them the importance of financial planning. Move on to handle the objections, closing and fact finding. If you're meeting with existing clients, make sure that they're fully covered first. Make sure that they have all the 4 products. Revisit if they have income or family changes. If yes, revisit their coverage. If no, thank them for their time and end the call. That's how simple it is. Now, I understand the situation is difficult right now, but I believe most advisors are struggling not because of the situation, but honestly because of the wrong sales process. So be clear with your sales process. Here are 2 benefits of doing an online appointment. Number 1, you save time. You're now able to schedule more back-to-back appointments and save time on traveling. Number 2, you're not location bound. You'll be able to travel and follow up with your clients from anywhere in the world. I hope this video helped you understand how to sell insurance through online appointments. Remember, there are always tough times. Regardless of what you do in anything you in life, be able to push through these tough times and maintain your ultimate goal. I want you to realize that online appointments and offline appointments do not make much difference. So please don't panic and start scheduling your appointments again. I have an important announcement to make. For those of you who have been following me for some time, you probably know my newest book, the financial planning book, is ready, but we haven't launched it. This is a book I've written for you to give to your clients. In this book, I cover why should you buy insurance. I will convince them why insurance is important. I also cover how much insurance you should buy. I will show them how much insurance they really need just by answering 3 simple questions. I'm also covering the 5 stages of financial planning. I will run through them the 5 stages of financial planning so they themselves know where they are and what insurance they really need. Objection handling. I will even handle common objections that they have about insurance in this book, and the list goes on. In fact, when I wrote this book, the intention was for you to give it to your clients, and after reading it, they would come to you asking for advice instead. Now here's the truth. I spoke to my project manager about releasing the e-version of this book to the family, and he was against it. He said we spend close to 6 figures on production, and if we were to give it out as an e-book, we might not even break even at all. Also, people take free things for granted and would share it around. So we had a long meeting about it, and here's what I decided. For the very first time in the history of the Sanjay Mentoring family, we will be releasing an e-book, the financial planning book. Even if I lose money on it, it doesn't matter, because the profits that I gained from my books were actually donated to charity that I personally support, and I truly believe in supporting everyone during tough times. So here is how it will work. I'll be putting up the books for sale online. For $1, you'll be able to download the ebook version of the financial planning book. If you support the work, you can choose to pay $10 for the ebook version too. The idea is, I know there are many advisors and family who are not able to afford the book, and I want to help them. If you're willing to pay for shipping, we will ship out the hard copy to you. You just pay for shipping fees, but please understand the shipment might be slightly delayed due to the current situation. But rest assured, my team will do their best to make sure you get your hands on the book. Also, we will send you the ebook version. Here's a bonus we are throwing in. We'll be giving out Sanjay Mentoring Family Marketing Guide, which basically covers, number 1, what you can do on social media. Number 2, how you can reach out to prospects online. Number 3, what are some of the content strategies you can do during this period of time that I'm doing for myself. This is what I want you to do when you download the ebook. Step 1, I want you to download the ebook together with a marketing guide created by my marketing team. Step 2, I want you to run through the material and see if there's any good content you can use to value add your clients. Step 3, I want you to send the e-version of the guide to your clients with the following message. Hey, Mr. or Miss Client, I know this is a period of uncertainty right now. I have clients who are truly worried about how COVID-19 will affect their lives and finances. If you are worried too, don't worry, you are not alone. Let us go through this tough period together, and if you need someone to talk in the meantime, let me know. I will be here for you. I've attached a financial planning book which I believe will help you understand about financial planning better. Spend time reading page 76. I think the information will help you a lot. Let's catch up soon. The idea is to truly value add your clients during this period and assure them you will be there for them. I hope you are happy with this arrangement. If you want to grab yourself a copy of the book, please share this video, comment and tag your friends. I want to value add my clients with add 3 friends name. My team will reach out to you and send you the link. If you find value in this video, the best way to thank me will be to share this video with other advisors around you. Together, I'm confident we can get through this tough time positively. Remember, you are not alone. The family is always here to support you. Remember, growth is painful. Change is painful, but nothing is as painful as getting stuck. Sure, you can sit down and wait for the markets to get better. But remember, inaction doesn't mean safety in uncertain times like this. Rather than hoping things get better, why not spend time to build a foundation which is strong and position yourself for growth when it comes about? Together, let's make financial planning easier and happier for everyone.
I've actually done on page number 45, I've actually covered, for those of you who haven't downloaded, please go ahead and download it. On page number 45, I've talked about all the different types of asset classes and how each of these asset classes have different liquidities, their volatilities, and their yield. I've spoken about each one of that to make sure that it's easy for each one of you to get that. Download the copy, very quick for you to get it. Don't you think that selling our products, even those income-based one, is insensitive? On the contrary, we are the only ones who are going to be generating income for our clients going forward. We don't know how long this lockdown will be. Have conversation. It's about doing presentations, guys. Please understand. Have conversation with your clients. It's not about being insensitive. On the contrary, it's about being educative. If you are scared about being insensitive, do one thing. Make it easy. Just send them the book. Tell them, Mr. Client, here's an ebook for you to read. I thought it's going to be useful. It will give you some tips on what you can do, what you can't do. If you have any questions, give me a call. Guys, Christine, how do I pay for premiums when my income is unstable right now? Your income is going to stay unstable for a very long period of time. And that's the reason why it is very important that we make sure that at least the basics are covered. What are the basics? Life insurance, income protection, your 2 most basic important requirements. Number 3 comes retirement planning and education planning for your kids. That's number 3 and 4. So let's always focus on covering the basics first. If their basics are covered, move to the next level. If their basics are not covered, please focus on people's basics first. Get the basics out of the way. It's very important for us to handle the basics. The basics are the important thing that clients need to handle. I've had some very important conversation with clients. One of the things that I did have, one of the conversations that I have had with some of my clients is, Sanjay, I have had a cash flow issue. So what I'm doing for my clients who have had significant cash flow issues is I'm allowing them to even withdraw money from their insurance policies, cash values. But anytime they withdraw money from their cash value from their policies, please discuss with them on how they plan to pay it back as well. At the end of the day, when you're withdrawing money from an insurance policy, it will affect the insurance policy. Jessa, how do you calm a client who is worried about might lose their income from investment? That is one of the reasons why I do a lot of annuities. In the financial planning book, I've actually spoken about the different types of products that are used for income generation. It's on page number 46. I've spoken about all the different types of asset classes, what are the risk and return of each asset class, so you can understand that. And that's what I've done. What about, they say that their basics are for food. Well, Christine, if food is their basic problem, then you make sure that they're at least covered for their basic food. In the sense, I'll give you an idea. I like working with clients like that because what you can do for them is give them a very simple term insurance product. I'm not a big seller of term, but if my client can't afford to buy a whole life and they need their basics to be covered, I don't mind starting them today on a term insurance product. At least their basics should be covered. Imagine if they died. I mean, think about this, guys. We don't know what the death rate will be. We don't know what the illness rate is. We're all guessing right now. We don't know how many people will get infected. We don't know. It's our job to protect the families that we interact with. I've had some of the most amazing interactions over the last 29 days. I've had families who are very wealthy and they've been scared. So I'm not just talking about families which are not wealthy. I'm talking about even the wealthy families. They're super scared on how things are going to pan out. Adrian, a lot of my clients have had this. I'm not talking about upselling right now. I'm talking about doing proper financial reviews. Right now, it's not about upselling. It's about doing proper financial reviews for your clients. They all have different financial products that they have in their product range, in the sense they would have some investments with some certain banks, they would have certain properties. It's a beautiful time for them to write down what they have and get a clean idea of where they are standing today to make sure that they can get through this. We are going to be in this for the long haul. We don't know how long we're going to stay in this current situation. Guys, there's one thing for sure. It's going to be tough. Ronald, if annuities are not available in your country, you would have saving plans that can be designed to behave like an annuity. Look at the fixed income product that your company would have had. There would be certain traditional products that you have, like endowments, which can be treated or behave like an annuity. Spend some time to study your own products, guys. Every country will have certain fixed income products. Yes, the commissions will probably be very low. Guys, forget about the commission rate, right? Check which product does your company have. It's a good time to renew your belief and system into your companies. Speak to your underwriters, speak to your business development managers, ask them, which product can I use? Be creative. It might be a combination of 2 or 3 products. It might not just be one product. So please understand that. Nathan, it's not just clients who are uncertain about their income flow. Everyone in the world is uncertain about their income flow right now, which is why I told you, imagine today, we all are in a state of retirement. All of us have retired as of today. What is the income that you have? You have to spend the rest of your life living on that particular income. Are you ready for that? And that is a conversation that you need to be having with your clients today. We are all living in an involuntary state of retirement, guys. Now that big companies are down, what is the guarantee they're offering life insurance product? Now a life insurance company pay claim as many as they come. David, I have actually done a video on this last week, where if you go to my Facebook page, I've actually done a video on what happens when an insurance company goes bankrupt. Please understand one very important thing. The probability of an insurance company going bankrupt is very, very low. For a very simple reason. Number one, most insurance companies would have bought reinsurance to protect themselves. The second thing that they would have done is they would have made sure that they have got enough assets to back up. There's very strong regulations for insurance companies. Not only that, number two is a lot of governments protect insurance companies to make sure that they don't go bankrupt. Insurance is the plan B for the whole world. It's not plan A. So the probability of an insurance company going bankrupt is very, 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 very low. Please get that clear. I've actually put this into a video. You can share that with your clients who have concerns about this. How would you handle thinking about it carefully? My career is unstable. Yes, Jonathan, that is the reason why I replied for this. I've already just replied this question. Different group, different advice. Thank you for reminding. You're welcome, Vincent. What instrument do you put on a retirement plan? We don't have endowments anymore. Sometimes returns are low compared to putting money in the business. Janet, right now money in businesses are negative. So you cannot even compare business returns today to our investment products. So be very careful about that. How can we get the financial planning book, you can just get it on. I'll get one of my teams to send you the link, Christine. I think that should help. So does automation remove the insurance agents physically? Couple, let me ask you this question. If you had to look at buying medicine, right, you can probably know that for cold, cough, flu, you have got a certain group of medicines. But when you have particular difficult illness, you would want to go and meet with a doctor. You want to know which is the right medicine you should be taking. So does automation remove? I don't see it. I actually see automation increasing the work of an insurance advisor, because a lot of your clients will want to know which product to buy. There are so many products available. They actually don't know which one to buy, and we have to simplify it for them. I do want to cover something today. I want to cover the rule of thumb. For those of you who are not sure about the rule of thumb, let me cover the rule of thumb. So how much life insurance should a person buy? The answer is 10 times of annual income. How much income protection due to illness or critical illness should a person buy? The formula is 5 times of annual income. How much money should a person be saving for retirement? The formula is 20% of whatever they earn. And how much money should they be saving for their kids' education? The answer is 2 to 5% of whatever they earn. This is the rule of thumb. Guys, stick to the rule of thumb. It will help you have better and more effective conversation with your clients. Nicole, we actually don't know how people will behave once this whole epidemic and pandemic is over. However, we need to still keep doing our job. This is one illness. There are so many other illnesses that are covered in income protection. You could have heart attacks, strokes, cancers. There are so many illnesses that are covered. This is one of hundreds that are potential causes of death. So don't be too worried about that. Christine, why do I put money with you rather than my business? Today, everyone's business is at a full stop. It's not a comma, it's a full stop. Can you imagine? You have an income and your income hasn't dropped. Your income has stopped. What happens at this point? Guys, all our clients had income, right? And usually what happens, they will say our income will drop out and we will retire. Your income is coming and all of a sudden it's stopped. It's boom. What happens now? And that is why you need to have this as an effective conversation. You need to be able to have this conversation. Swapnil, one need to put more money into to get morality. Now the condition is uncertain. What is the solution? Well, I would be looking at doing, if you have excess money right now, which you have kept, start looking at building an income out of those annuities that are available in the market, because interest rates are going to only go further down, guys. Please remember, we are not seeing interest rates coming back for a very long period of time. And with the current scenario, every economist that I've spoken to has told me interest rates are not coming up. If you have an annuity product, guys, it's time to start having this conversation with your clients, because nobody else will. It's your job to do that. Viral, you are actually quite correct. Do I see premiums going up? From my conversation with the underwriters and the reinsurers currently, we are looking at insurance premiums going up. However, they will not be increasing it immediately, but the question is when, we don't know. But yes, I do see, because the claim ratio this year is going to be quite high, I do see things changing, and we need to prepare our clients for these changes that are going to come. Guys, it's our job to have these tough conversations. This is not an easy conversation to have, but this is a tough conversation that you definitely need to have with your clients. If you're not having these conversations with your clients, please do practice it. Have a conversation with your team, because your team is going to see the same problems. I'm trying to build tools. Guys, I've given you a lot of videos that you can share with your clients. I've done the hard work for you. All you have to do is share it with your clients. Share my books, share my learnings. Tell them that it's not me who's saying it, it's someone else. And imagine, this guy is an advisor to some of the best families in the world, and he's telling us do this at this time. Guys, use me. I'm quite an easy tool to find. My team has already shared, my team has done all the hard work to put together material for you to share with your own clients. Manmohan, I did do a video on Keyman Insurance. Please have a look at it. I've already done that. Swarna, most people don't like to talk about insurance. How do you manage such a situation? Swarna, right now everyone is interested if you can have a proper conversation. And that's why I said you need to practice having an effective meeting. And the best way to practice having an effective meeting is trying to do presentations using webcam, because you don't have a paper and pen. Don't use PowerPoint. I've still not been able to use it properly, so I can't teach you how to do it. But what I can tell you is I've been using my hand to do presentations. For example, this is one of the presentations that I do. Mr. Client, each one of you is a client of mine, right? Right now, you've got three basic necessities: food, clothing, and shelter. Now, your food, clothing, and shelter is based on only one variable, which is your income. Your income decides the kind of food you eat. Your income decides the kind of clothes you wear. Your income decides the kind of house you live in. So it's not your basic necessities, but your entire lifestyle is based on only one variable, which is your income. Your income decides all of that. Now, if your income stops, we have a big problem. And I want to make sure there are only two reasons why income stops. Number one is, in case you pass away, we will have an instant stop in income. In case you fall sick, we will have an instant stop in income. So when your income stops, I want to make sure that your family keeps getting an income. As long as you're alive, you will figure it out, because you know how to build an income. You will do things online. You will find a new way to do things. You are the creative one. But if something happens to you, your income immediately stops. The best way to do that is making sure that your income continues to support your business. It's a very, very important conversation. And that's how I'm doing my presentations. I'm using my hands to explain certain products. Guys, that's the advantage of video conferencing or video calls. You can actually have body language involved in this conversation. If you're not comfortable with selling right now, don't worry. Use my book to have conversations. Don't sell, but okay, at least educate. If you're not comfortable selling online, guys, at least learn to educate people online. Share content with them. Give them what I'm telling them. I do understand that some people don't like to sell online. That's all right, but at least start having educated conversations. Maybe they might tell you, okay, this is an insurance that I think I should have. Then you can have a conversation with them. Sean, the best way to do that in comparison is, the best way to do that right now is to look at in the financial planning book, I've actually spoken about the different asset classes. Have a conversation with them on that. Use that as a tool to have that conversation. I know it is important to retirement planning, but I'm afraid that I will have to commit to payment for long. You know, things are uncertain, and just in case I need cash, we can't stop pay premium. If you have anything happen, we will lose money if I surrender, right? Yes. So, Shio, one of the best ways to handle that is talk about single premium. That, okay, I understand you don't want to commit to a regular premium plan. Let's do a single premium. Every time we do a single premium plan, and we will have multiple plans. So we will end up having maybe 25, 30, 40 plans that would allow you to do that. So do single premium if that's one of the ways to handle that objection. Kapil, what SEBI has done is they have done what they've removed investment brokers, but what they have done is they have increased the role of a financial advisor. You still need to know which equity to buy, which stock to buy. There are still guys who are spending a lot of money and time on getting the right stock advice, right bond advice, because not all companies are the same, not all equities are the same, not all bonds are the same, not all mutual funds are the same. So you will have to be playing a role in telling your clients, for example, let's say I want to do equity investment. Where should I do my investment? Which equity should I buy? I will be paying someone for that good advice. So Kapil, it becomes a question on how good an advisor you are. So it always will come down to how good an advisor you are for your clients. Please don't ever lose the value of advice. Good advice is not easily available. If you are a good advisor, you will stand out. And one of the best things to do right now is to increase your knowledge base, become a better advisor, spend time learning, get more qualifications, become better at what you do. Eddie, one of the ways to do an investment linked product which behaves like an annuity is to look at fixed income funds under the investment linked product. A fixed income fund will pay out dividends, will give out certain coupons, and that can be converted into an annuity structure. So you can look at that. Have a conversation with your chief investment officer in your company. Every insurance company will have an investment officer. Have a conversation with your asset managers in your company, guys. Most of the client pauses, market will come bounce back. Yes. Jamie, we actually don't know when that will happen. You're absolutely correct. We are looking at a major bounce back when things start to settle down. The only problem is we don't know when that will happen, and I don't know how soon that will happen. The question is, you have retired as of today. What are you going to do if today was the day that you retired? Something you have to remember, there are two parts to it. There's voluntary and involuntary retirement. Involuntary retirement is something you cannot predict. It can happen at any time. It can happen today, it can happen tomorrow, it can happen at any time. Involuntary retirement is a conversation that you can have with every single client in the world. Janet, let them at least get the insurance done then, because the formula for insurance is very simple. Insurance is the rule of thumb for insurance is 10 times of annual income. So focus on that. If your clients don't think you are the expert for investments, guys, that only means that you have not been able to position yourself correctly. Do one thing. Jeanette, just send this book to that client of yours. This answers almost every question he has about investments and insurance. That was the purpose of me getting this book out. Christine, yes, if you have insurance with a different company, congratulations. The only question is, do you have enough? The formula doesn't change. All right, educated conversations. Yes, perfect. Ronald, I greatly appreciate what you're doing and teaching us right now. We don't have a single premium. Harold, you might not have a single premium, but you might be allowed to do prepayment. So have a conversation right now with your insurance company. You will not have a single premium product. You might have a regular premium product with the option to do what we call a prepayment of future premium, and that gets converted into a single premium. Don't lose hope, guys. Be very creative with your products right now. It's about finding the right combinations, and don't be scared of that. Preparing the protection video, but he mentioned he will have pay cut and don't dare to commit, even though he knows it is important. Jesse, great. At least you have educated him. That's more important. We will figure it out. Stay in touch. Don't worry. It's not about just closing, guys. It's about making sure you're giving good advice to your clients. Give good advice. That's all I'm trying to get across today. I have a client who still wants to compare HNS premium along with insurance companies. Grace, one of the things that we need to understand is almost all the insurance companies are very similar. If your client does want to do a comparison, it means that you have not given him enough value in the conversation that you have had. Learn to have very valuable conversation, have very educated conversations. It will change the way your clients behave with you. Guys, it's a time that is difficult not just for us. Every business is going to have a tough time going forward. We're going to see people losing jobs. We're going to see people losing businesses. We're going to see people losing assets. Guys, this is bad already. We have seen a full stop in a lot of businesses around the world. I was watching a documentary last night, and there was this lady who's a hairdresser, and she's like, I'm a hairdresser. I mean, how do I do my business now? I mean, I have to touch people. I have to touch their head. I have to touch their hair to get their hairdressing done. If I can't meet them or I can't see them, how do I do my business? So some businesses have had a full stop. It's not about taking your business online. It's a full stop job right now. What are you going to do? So we are going to see tough times. It's important to have important conversations. Samuel, I have rental income, but imagine this right now, right? A lot of properties will now go vacant. Not only that, rental income is going to drop significantly because people's affordability will drop. So what's going to happen with rental income is very, very difficult going forward. Guys, be very careful on different types of incomes. I've actually covered that in this book. If you have this book, the Retirement Planning Playbook, I've spoken about rental income. It's on page number 'Give me a second. Here, it's on page number 32. So rental income, you see I've written rental income, and the whole purpose of rental income is it's important to talk about rental income. Every client can use rental income as a part of their income stream, but it cannot be the only income stream that they have. Many insurance companies have different plans. How do we suggest for our clients? Ankit, the best way is to choose the one that you believe. Most of the companies would have very similar products. We only have 4 products in our business. You die, I pay. You fall sick, I pay. You retire, I pay. And your kids go to college, I pay. There is no 5th product, guys. Fong, if you have got investment linked products, there are 2 ways to handle it. Number 1 is you stick to fixed income funds. That's one way of doing it. The second way is you focus on protection. Check with your company. They might have some old traditional products which is still there on their platform, but you don't sell it because the commissions might be very, very low. When shall we introduce ourselves? Sean, actually I wrote the book for your prospects. You can use this as a conversation starter. Tell them, here's an ebook, and the purpose of me getting this ebook to you was I thought it was going to add a lot of value to you. So guys, this book was written for you. I've actually written this on the last page. What I've written on the last page is I've actually written this on the last page. Remember, life without proper financial planning is a gamble. So please find time to sit down with your financial advisor and find out the different types of financial solutions that are already available for you. Together, let's make financial planning happier for everyone. I've actually written this on the last page, that I'm actually telling your clients after they read this book to please give you a call so that they can speak to you about proper financial planning. I've written this book so that you can have a proper conversation with your clients. That was the purpose of writing this book, so that your clients can actually have a conversation with you. And not only that, I've done videos where I've said, please speak to your financial advisor. And the whole reason is, guys, we need to be teaching our clients and educating our clients on proper financial planning. A lot of our clients don't have an idea on that. Jason, I cannot be giving investment advice online because I don't know who your client is and I don't know anything about your clients. So I cannot give investment advice. Guys, I cannot be giving investment advice. Can I give insurance advice? Yes, I can share with you the rules of thumb. The product choice, it has to be your choice. You are the doctor for your clients. I cannot be giving investment advice. What I have done is, if you want to understand how I do my investments, I've written the philosophy on page number... So I've written my investment philosophy in the retirement planning book. Yeah, I've written about how I do my investments, and I've done that on page number 60. So I've actually written down the different types of things that I do when it comes to investments and how I plan it. So if you want to know how I do my investments, I've given certain guidelines, but I'm not allowed to be giving investment advice online because I don't know anything about your client, and it's not fair that I give you investment advice. Actually, a lot of your clients right now are free, Ramos, so it's a good time to have conversation with them now. A lot of them are free. I believe once the quarantine is lifted, we will all get busy back to our usual lives, and we will be prioritizing our work over financial planning. So please do spend some time now. A lot of your clients will have time to spend time having a proper conversation with you. All right. How do we urge clients to buy while slow response business? Rita, I just did a presentation on that. My prospect, I would consider your offer after the pandemic. How do we exactly say the urgency of? Well, it's not about price. Prioritizing insurance. Guys, insurance is a daily part of your financial journey. A financial plan cannot be complete without insurance. Please understand. It's like, saying I want to drive a car, but I don't want the four wheels. Can I drive without the wheels? The answer is no, you cannot. You have to have the wheels to drive a car. The wheel is what rotates the car. Income is your wheel. I am protecting your wheel from falling off the car. That's my job. You have a family that's sitting inside that car. There are wheels attached to your car. That wheels is your income. Your income is running the car and it's moving forward. If your income stops, you need something to continue running the wheels. That is my job. I am the wheel protector. I'm making sure that your wheels keep running. I am the income protection. I am insurance. You cannot not prioritize that. It's not about priority. It's a part of the plan. You cannot have a car without wheels, guys. Let's get that clear. Please don't lose faith and belief in our profession. Our profession is a very, very old profession and was created to protect families during times just like these. Please never forget that. Jesse, this was an existing client of mine that I worked with, and I had a very, very open conversation with him today. It was phenomenal for me, and that's why I don't know if you realize, but I'm really pumped up. I have a lot of energy today because it just gave me so much power when I got such a strong positive. Please remember one thing, guys. You will get positive days and negative days. On the positive days, push yourself harder. On the negative days, take a hold back, take a shower, relax a bit, drink a nice cup of coffee, hot chocolate, whatever you like. Take a break, because we will all have positive and negative days. On my positive days, I have super strong energy. I work harder. I spend more time talking to people so that I can get the message across. Manmohan, you can read whichever book. All the books have a different value add to it. The whole purpose of me doing this live session today was for me to spend time telling you that we all are stuck in exactly the same problem. This is day 29 for me online, and day 29, I can already tell you the best way to have a conversation with your clients today is to have a conversation first. A lot of us are so scared to even call them. Please give them a call, ask them how they are, be empathetic, have a proper conversation in terms of what they think they should be doing. Shrenik, insurance companies have very strong asset managers sitting at the back, but more importantly, they all buy reinsurance to protect themselves. Please understand one very important thing. An insurance company has big, deep pockets, which we don't have. Transfer risk that you cannot take. I'll give you an example. So, in case your income stops, is that risk that you're willing to take? If the answer is no, transfer it to an insurance company. If your investments drop, is that a risk that you're willing to take? If the answer is no, transfer it to an insurance company. Insurance is nothing but you transferring risk that you don't like. That is insurance. Insurance is nothing except the fact that whatever risk you don't want in your life, whatever risk you don't like in your life, you can transfer it to another company that has the appetite, that has the power to handle that risk. That is insurance, guys. We are transferring risk that you don't like to somebody who can handle that risk for you. So don't ever get scared of that. Tia, my recommendation is send this book to that client of yours. I've actually answered that question. Your investments today, I mean, tell him, have a look at your investments today. I mean, I don't care who the investment manager is. No one predicted this, right? This was something that just happened. It was a new full stop in the economy. Everyone has lost money. There is nobody who has been protected from this. It's only got worse for people. And so don't really worry. Guys, there was a reason for me to do this live session today. Number one was I've written the financial planning book for you to be able to use with your clients, and the whole purpose was that your clients will be able to have more educated conversations with you. Number one. Number two, the purpose of having this book, having this live was I need you all to understand that each one of us is stuck in the same problem. please practice your presentation. Please practice video calls, practice with your team, practice with your role play with your team. Even help your clients practice having video calls and video meetings with their staff, because a lot of our clients have never done video calls. I'll give you an example. I was just speaking to a board of director member yesterday of one of the big companies in Dubai, and I asked him, I was like, have you ever done a video call? And he's like, Sanjay, I'll be honest, I've actually never done a video call. I don't even know what buttons to press. I was like, would you like to practice with me? He's like, you can really do that with me? I said, absolutely, why don't I teach you? And I actually spent a little time with him. He was so thankful. This was an existing client of mine who I spent time having proper video conferencing calls with. The other reason for me to have this is, for all my BCC members who are online today, guys, your books are getting ready. I'm actually making personalized books for the BCC members, which will be out in the next one, maybe hopefully in the next 2 or 3 days. On the 1st of April, my BCC guys, I'm doing a session specifically on recommendations and how to get recommendations online, because I've been practicing this for the last 29 days and I thought I should be sharing my strategy with you. I have opened up 10 new spots in the BCC membership because we have dropped a few applications. I am re-looking at my entire BCC program. If you want details about it, send a message in this group and I will get my team to get back to you on that. Great. Fantastic, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure spending this 1 hour with you. If you do have any questions, do send them across in this group. You can invite your friends to be part of this group so that they can learn from us. We as a team have to work together. We as a family have to support each other. This is the perfect time to have conversations with each one of your clients. We're going to see clients becoming unemployed. We're going to see clients losing a lot of money. It's our job to stand by them. Don't disappear. Please don't disappear. Spend time talking to your clients. Spend time empathizing with them. Every single person, even the biggest business people, want someone to have a conversation with. They want to be able to have a conversation with someone who they trust. Be their trusted advisor right now, guys. Don't just disappear. I cannot be more stressful about that. Stay in touch with me. The family needs to be together. We as a profession have to stand together. We as a profession have to support each other. Guys, if you want to know more, just spend time online. I will be here. I will be trying to spend as much time answering questions, and I will try and help as much as I possibly can. Best of luck. Stay in touch, and if you have any questions, leave me a message. If you want to apply to the BCC program, I've sent in the link. My team will be able to shortlist. We are going to be accepting about 10 people. We have filled up before, so I did not want to have a lot of people in it. Use the financial planning book. I have sent out all the details on the financial planning book. Use the financial planning book. Use it, guys. That is the whole purpose. Use it. Share this video with whichever advisor you think will find value in this live session, because a lot of advisors don't know what to do. We all are equally lost, but together we can get through this, guys. I'm not a trainer. I'm a practitioner just like you. I am selling insurance every day like every single one of you. So stay in touch with me. If there's anything I can do, please let me know and I will do. God bless. Stay safe. Stay home, and best of luck to you.
Hey guys, thank you for joining me today. In today's video, I'm going to cover the topic on how to 5x your commission in 12 months without meeting more clients. Here's what you can expect in this video. Firstly, I'll be sharing with you my personal experience from 1 MDRT to 100 MDRT. Secondly, I'll tell you what I do differently from other advisors and the unfair advantage that I have. Lastly, I'll show you how you can have the same unfair advantage too in 2020, so you can double or even 5x your commission. Sounds cool? Well, let's get started. Hi, this is Dr. Sanjay Tolani, and I'm also the family leader of Sanjay Mentoring Family, who helps financial advisors like yourself who are struggling to get massive breakthroughs in their career. In 2019, I'm super excited because I successfully closed more than 100 MDRT personally, and the secret to my success lies in mastering the art to closing big cases. but you'd be surprised about how much I have struggled before I learned the art of closing big cases. 17 years ago, I started my journey as a financial advisor. Back then, everything seemed super challenging. Have you ever woken up in the morning, got out of bed, feeling tired and not wanting to meet a prospect? You then drag your feet to meet them and have to act super energetic and try to close them. Well, if you have, don't worry, you are not alone. Me too. When I first started selling insurance, I was honestly struggling to hit my sales. Back then, my trainer told me, Sanjay, meet more people and your commissions and sales will definitely improve. Being a follower back then, I heeded his advice and started doing whatever he said. I met more people. I set up more appointments. I asked for referrals. The first year went by. Did I hit my first MDRT? Well, yes, I did. But back then, I was already doing 3 meetings per day. Then on my second and third year, I started working super hard. I started to have 4 to 6 meetings per day. On my third year, I finally hit my COT, which is 3 times of MDRT. Then something happened. I realized I lost that momentum and drive to meet more people. Incidentally, unfortunate things happened in my life and family, and I was forced to take a break. I can't meet as many people as I wanted to, and let's be honest, we all know it's not easy to have 4 to 6 meetings a day. It's mentally and physically draining you out. Back then, I knew I needed to change. I realized that insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. I came to a point where no matter how many more clients I met, my yearly income seemed to be stagnant. I knew I needed a breakthrough in my career, so I challenged myself and embarked on a journey to find mentors from all over the world to teach me how to earn more commissions. Now here's the truth. Not many people will want to share with you their trade secrets, especially in the financial planning world. But I was lucky. I'm lucky enough to meet so many top financial advisors who mentored me and openly shared with me their trade secrets. I spent the next 17 years combining the knowledge from all these mentors and testing them. And bam! One day by chance, I came up to the 20-80 concept. And I asked myself, if 20% of my top clients gave me 80% of my production, why can't I just keep 5 times the case size of my 20 top clients? This is when I came up with this idea of being a big case closer. You see, at that time, about 10 years ago, people were doing big cases like $50,000. For me, I was doing around $5,000 per case. I asked myself, what if I can just close a big case of maybe, let's say, $100,000? Wouldn't one case be equal to almost a whole year's production? So I took out my notebook, scribbled down what I think it takes to be able to close big cases, the mindset I need, the skills I need, the right network I need, and the correct strategy I need, and the list goes on. I started spending the next 10 years refining this concept. And I'm super excited to say this, but as of November 2019, the big case closer framework I spent years refining is finally ready. I'm pretty sure I got a winning formula. Using this big case closer framework, I was able to go from 1 MDRT in 2003 to more than 100 MDRT in 2019. In 2019, I tested this framework with 5 advisors, and all 5 of them at least doubled their last year's commissions. That is why I finally feel confident that the big case closer framework is truly working. Now let me ask you a question. Are you excited about closing bigger cases? Are you overwhelmed because we have covered so much? Is it okay with you if I spend 10 minutes going through a very special offer on the Big Case Closer program, which I've created to help you become successful at closing bigger cases? Here are some of the results of my mentees who managed to master the big case closing strategy. One advisor managed to do $400,000 in premium just in 1 month of November. Another advisor was able to do 100% of his last year's income in 3 months. And the third advisor closed 4 big cases in a month, and she was able to 3 times her income in 2018. And the list goes on. You get it. I'm not here to boast about the results, but I'm here to tell you that big case closing really works, and you too can benefit from it. These are ordinary advisors who are willing to work hard, and if you're willing to put in the effort, then this program will definitely help you. Why learn big case closing? Now I want to spend some time explaining to you why you should learn about closing big cases. Ever since I started the mentoring family, I've been receiving many messages from members asking me multiple questions related to closing bigger cases and how to work with the high net worth market. Questions like, Dr. Sanjay, why and how can I learn about closing bigger cases? How can I get rich selling insurance? I want to close big cases like you, but somehow I am stuck with many small cases that is not giving me sufficient commissions. When I meet a business owner or high net worth individual, what can I do for them? Can you teach me? So in today's video, let's take a look at closing big cases from a financial advisor's perspective and why you should learn about it. Before we talk about closing big cases, let's define what exactly is considered a big case. Different advisors have different definitions. In my perspective, when an advisor closes a big case, he or she is considered a big case closer. A big case closer is a person who at least closes $100,000 in premium. And it is important that every advisor who is serious about this career works towards being a big case closer. To illustrate my point of why you should learn about closing big cases, let's take a look at the case study of two advisors, Peter and John. Peter is a consistent financial advisor who focuses on closing cases of similar premium sizes. Let's take an example. Let's say Peter closes an average case of $5,000. In comparison to that, we have another advisor, John. John focuses on closing bigger cases on usual. So unlike Peter, John either closes a big case size of $100,000 or once in a while he gets small cases like $1,000 or $1,500. Across time, initially you will see Peter getting more income because as long as he meets more clients, his income will increase consistently. However, at some point in his career, Peter's income will eventually stagnate. Why? Because the truth is, he has limited time. There are only so many more clients that he can meet with his time. Peter at this point starts to struggle to try and closing bigger cases because he has no practice in closing big cases. And he's also realized this point that now if he wants to close bigger cases, he has to sacrifice a lot of his income opportunities, which is coming from his comfort zone of closing those regular $5,000 cases. John, on the other hand, has been having inconsistent income initially, but across time, he has been practicing his skills on closing big cases. Eventually, he actually has more capacity compared to Peter. Since he is dealing with bigger cases right from the beginning and his skill set has grown better and better, his potential income has now also increased because he has more time and he has got lesser clients to worry about. That is the harsh truth. We've always been told in our business that this business is a numbers game. You meet more people, you get more income, right? Well, I used to believe in that too. In fact, I worked really hard until a point where I realized I just don't have time to meet more people and my income actually got stagnated. That is also when I realized I needed to learn how to close big cases. Remember, our business is like a heartbeat. The small cases allow us to survive, but it is the big cases that make you rich. That is what this Big Case Closer program is all about actually. To help you get rich by teaching you whatever I know about closing bigger cases. Here are some benefits of being a big case closer when you join this program. Number one, you get higher income. If you're consistently doing small cases, chances are your income level starts to stagnate at certain points. But when you learn about being a big case closer, you start to see your income grow exponentially. I won't be surprised to see your income 10x after you master the learnings in this program. Number two, you get better quality clients. Do you realize a lot of our clients don't appreciate what you do? Well, think about this. When you start doing bigger cases, your smaller clients actually start appreciating what you have done for them. They will start thanking you for spending time with them, and that is the advantage of being a big case closer. Number three, You get better negotiation skills and negotiation power with your underwriters. When you become a big case closer, companies would make some certain business decisions to allow some of your smaller clients to buy insurance policies even though they might have health issues. Why? Because of your business volume, it is one of the strongest strategies I've used for my smaller clients who need insurance but might not be healthy enough to buy it. Number 4, you get better quality of recommendations. When you're working with wealthier families, wealthier clients, you get better recommendations. Every recommendation that you get from a rich person will be a lot more warmer than a recommendation that you get from a less wealthy person. So let's keep that in mind. If you want to grow your business, you have to learn how to close bigger cases. Number 5, you don't have to sell products you don't like. I know some advisors have been struggling with selling some products which they personally don't think is best for their own clients. When you become a big case closer, you actually get access to products that other people don't. So without further ado, let me introduce the Big Case Closer program and tell you how it will work for you. The Big Case Closer program is one of the most anticipated programs in 2020. It is an online membership program specifically designed to teach you how to earn more commissions closing bigger cases. So why did I design the Big Case Closer program? I've spent 17 years waiting for this program to be ready. I personally hate the fact that people look down on advisors like us, and I want to change their perspective about us. I realize the best way for me to achieve this is to show our industry how professional a financial advisor can be. And to do that, I want to produce even more big case closers. I've also come to a point in my career where I want to pass down my knowledge so that future advisors like yourself can leverage on my knowledge and do our industry proud. My greatest happiness lies in having more success in our profession. Trust me, you will never find another program in the market that creates such massive value as the one I've designed. So the question you would ask is, who did I design this program for? My goal for this program is to help two types of advisors. Number 1, for those who are new to financial planning, you'll get a step-by-step coaching on how to become a big case closer. I will teach you the fundamental sales techniques you need to close bigger cases across time, and hopefully this will get your income growing exponentially year by year so you can truly be respected and have the lifestyle you desire. For the more experienced advisors, you'll get to see some of my personal case studies and advanced strategies to close really big cases. If you have been in the industry for some time and somehow realized your income is stagnating or leveling off, then please join the Big Case Closer program. I guarantee what you will be learning will help you make that breakthrough. This program is designed to help advisors who are having 3 false beliefs. False belief 1. Big case closing sounds cool, but can I really do it? The answer is yes. In this program, I will be showing you my big case closing secrets and teach you step by step to get here. False belief 2. I'm sold on closing bigger cases, but I don't know my financial knowledge is good enough to do it or not. Are you sure I can master it? It sounds so complicated. The answer again is yes. I will share with you my big case duplication technique. How can anyone become a big case closer even if you have no experience or talent? I will teach you how to master all the complicated financial planning theories and knowledge in less than 2 months, so you sound like a pro in the industry and gain credibility. False belief 3. I think I can master closing big cases, but even if I did, I don't know where to find the clients for it. I don't have that network. Well, the truth in finding rich clients is actually easier than you thought. In this program, I will teach you selling without selling. How to get prospects coming to you asking for appointments. I'll show you some simple prospecting and recommendation methods to get you better and richer networks. So let me ask you a question. Are you ready to do whatever it takes to increase your income in 2020? Are you excited to learn how this big case closing strategy can change your life as an advisor? If you are then listening carefully to how big case closer programs, it will work for you. The Big Case Closer program is segmented into 8 sections. Number 1, the welcome training. This is a specific set of basic big case closing fundamental skills you are required to have, to put it simply. It is your foundation training to be able to close cases of more than $100,000 in premium. This is also the same training I've given to my private mentees who paid me more than $20,000 to attend a one-on-one training. I've recorded them and put it online for you so you can learn at your own pace. Number 2, monthly big case lessons. The biggest problem with big case closers is the lack of training and an action plan. On a month-to-month basis, I will run you through an hour of training on new big case closing topics, give you an action plan for that month. I will even provide you real-life case studies and scripts on how I do it. To sum it up, it's a tool full of scripts and templates that you can immediately copy and paste. What makes it special is I even wrote down step by step and the exact words I use with my personal clients. Number 3, a monthly Q&A. Every month I will do a video just to answer Q&A the family has. This will clear any doubts and make you ready to be a big case closer. This means your questions get answered by me personally. Number 4, a progress update. As a big case closer, you will be required to submit your performance so that the big case closer team is aware of your performance, and when needed, I will personally reach out to help you. This is not like any other program that you've attended for fun. This is a program where I'm 110% committed to making sure you see results. Number 5, a Facebook mastermind group. We will have an exclusive Facebook mastermind group to answer any questions you have. I'll spend some time weekly to go into the groups to answer your questions. Others experiencing big case closing will be there to guide you too. Number 6, a resource library. We've compiled all my past learning videos into a resource library so you can view the resources and use it when needed. Just accessing this library alone will cost you $997. When you have access to this library, you'll be able to get rid of clients telling you that you're not professional, clients doubting your financial planning abilities, and the unnecessary conversations you have with them. Number 7, offline meetups. Offline teaching is equally as important because it allows you to learn from me face to face. Big case closer get to attend Sanjay Mentoring Family Meetups, which are held across 6 countries for free. You will even be invited to exclusive Big Case Closer networking and party events. We are currently charging $1,299 for an unlimited offline access pass, but because you're a Big Case Closer, you get them for free. Number 8, exclusive membership perks. As a community, we will reach out to partners to get the best deals for our Big Case Closers. This includes books, discounts, and software partnerships, and the list goes on. Across time, we will add more value to the program. To sum it up, this is the most comprehensive insurance program you can find in the market. Here's a quick look at your progress timeline when you join this program. When you first join this program, you will spend the first 1 to 3 months learning about building stronger sales and financial planning foundation. This will help you prepare yourself for the long-term challenges when you try to close big cases later. From the 4th to the 12th month, you will be expected to keep practicing how to close bigger cases. Don't worry, I will guide you along by giving you the exact strategies required and even create a plan for you to follow. From the 12th month onwards, you should start closing bigger cases, and this is when the games get really fun. I'll show you how to even further increase your case size to something you never imagined you could. In summary, I'll hold your hand in learning how to close bigger cases, and I'm sure if other advisors have successfully done it, so can you. So how much time and money this program can save you? Back then, I've spent countless hours traveling worldwide to find mentors to figure out how to close big cases. But I don't want you to go through the same struggle I've been through. Believe me, it is very torturing. I've already got a proven blueprint that the big case closers can use, and I'm going to give it to you with this package. Sounds cool? Not only do you save time and money, you also save what could be months or years of wasted time and money because you're doing it right for the first time. There's no trial and error period. Now, the total value this program brings you probably adds up to more than $7,000. But obviously, I'm not going to charge you the $7,000. But if I did charge you the $7,000 and all it did was help you get another 6-figure commission, would it be worth it for you? Think about it. And if all this program got you was 6-figure case size closes, would it be worth the $7,000? And if all it did was to teach you advanced financial planning knowledge and make you a credible and trusted authority in this profession, would it be worth $7,000? And what if all I did was to get you richer quality clients knocking on your door, then would it be worth it? Now, while designing this membership program, I have two choices with this. I could go as cheap as possible and get as many advisors to this program as I could, but the problem with that is I couldn't really stack the value for you. So I decided to go with the second option, which obviously requires slightly higher investment on your side. But in exchange for that, we can dedicate more time, energy, and resources to guarantee your success. Also, across the years, I've realized that my mentees who pay for my program are usually more hungry to learn, while those that I let them come for free usually don't show any results and end up wasting my time. So ask yourself a few questions. Number one, do you want to master how to close a 6-figure case size and earn more income? Number two, do you want to save time and money? By now, you probably realized many advisors flew all over the world to learn from me, because they realized that it's not a cost but an investment, and the results they got from applying the strategies I taught is the best proof that my teaching works. You've already seen how it's worth $7,000, and even at $7,000, which I charge the public, it's a great deal. But because you're part of the family, I'm going to give you a very special offer, which I have never done it before. Now the price will be $1,997 for the first 50 that sign up. And the reason is very simple. I only want to entertain advisors that are willing to take action and change their lives. But at the same time, I don't want to make the program too pricey for you to afford it. We will then slowly raise the price to join the program across time. So let me quickly break down the price for you so you get an idea of how much you're paying. $1,997 when divided by 365 days, the program will only cost you less than $6 per day. That is the price of 1 cup of Starbucks coffee a day. And if you went to my regular website right now, you would buy this program for $4,997 per year. So I'm making a special offer just this time around due to the launch. Now here's the thing. If you were to hire a professional like myself to coach you personally, that would be at least $20,000 per day. And unlike them, I'm not for hire because I earn millions of dollars in commissions myself just by selling insurance. But because you're learning to do it yourself, and I'm giving you the tools and resources to make it happen so fast, you only pay $1,997 per year. We will even be providing an option to pay it monthly. If you're serious about improving your commissions, please apply early to avoid disappointments. We wanted to make the big case closing strategies exclusive, hence we are limiting the number of people who will be able to be part of this program. Think about it. The moment you close one big case using the BCC closing strategies I teach you, wouldn't the program price be worth the investment? Now at this point, you have two choices. Choice number one is to do nothing. If you do nothing with the information you have learned in this video, you'll get nothing. Or you can choose to take a leap of faith and let me show you how I can handhold you to success in this industry. I've gone from 1 MDRT to 100 MDRT in 17 years, and I'm pretty sure with my experience and success I've achieved, I can definitely help you with it. The real question you probably have to ask yourself is it worth gambling a few minutes of your time to check this out? Even if it does half of what I have claimed today, it will pay for itself as soon as you go through 20% of the program. Again, here's an overview of what you will get in this program. Now for the first 20 people that sign up, you'll even get a bonus access to the Future Advisor system. These are my past event videos which can literally watch for free. Now I wanted to take this chance to address some questions regarding this program that I have been receiving. Question number one, if this program is so awesome, why not just give it away for free? Well, I tried before previously, but those advisors take me for granted and I've learned my lesson. I only want to spend time with advisors who are serious about learning. I also realize that advisors who are willing to pay are more hungry for success. Question number two, why don't you just create your own agency and recruit people and teach them how to do this? Well, to start off with, I've never run an agency and never have the intention to do so. I'm a big case closer, and what I do year after year is to challenge myself to close even more and more bigger cases. Question number three, how is your program different from other insurance programs we see in the market? So this program was designed by me as a practitioner for practitioners like you. I sell insurance every day, and what I share in this program are tested and proven strategies used by thousands of advisors worldwide. I don't even earn my money through selling you membership. I designed this program because many advisors in the family have been asking me to come up with one to help them. I hope I've clarified your questions, and I look forward to seeing you in the Big Case Closer program. Leverage on my 17 years of experience, and I assure you that you will see immediate results. I guarantee this will be the most life-changing program for any financial advisor, and the skills and the friendship gains will pay you back multiple times the program price. Together, let's close bigger cases today.